Good to see everybody again. Our annual press conference here in Las Vegas. It's been going on since I think 2005 when we first announced our deal to bring the men's national team here to Colorado, to Las Vegas. I want to thank Michael Mack and his staff at LVE for assisting us on the press conference and the encore win, of course, as well. Just real quickly go over, and then we'll get into things. There's media kits in the back that have today's releases. We were announcing player additions to the men's national team, and of course the specifics to our Las Vegas training. Introductions across from my far right, Pat Christensen, President of LVE. Most people obviously here are well aware of him. Jerry Colangelo, who is now Chair of USA Basketball's Board of Directors, and 2005, 2008 was the Managing Director and the person that instigated and resurrected the men's national team program to winning gold for the first time in 8 years at a major international competition. To my left here, of course, is the head coach, back for a second run, Mike Krzyzewski, fresh from his NCAA championship, fresh from, well, maybe not so fresh from an Olympic gold medal.
Still fresh.
Still fresh, okay, good. And then on the very far end is NBA Rookie of the Year, Tyreek Evans, who has been involved in 2 past USA basketball teams and will be joining us for a third time.
Good morning. It's great to be back and see so many familiar faces. Before I get started on some of my comments about the purpose of the press conference, there are some people here I would wish to acknowledge. Joe and Gavin Malouf and Mom Colleen Malouf, who are here. I'm sure to recognize their Rookie of the Year, who is one of the players we're going to announce as one of the new members. And they've done a great job in Sacramento, and certainly Tyreek had a great year for you. That means you have a great future going forward. Jim Tooley, who heads up USA Basketball, is here today. Pat Christensen, to my right, heads up Las Vegas events. Darren Livinati, who is the director at the Thomas & Mack, is here. And so we appreciate all of you being here today. We thank the Wynn family for the great support and partnership that we've had with them over the years, and it's exciting to again be back. One of the official announcements is the additions of players that we will be adding to our roster. We announced on February 10th a roster of 27 players to our national team roster, which is a very significant piece of who we are and what we've put in place in the way of infrastructure. To refresh your memories, going back prior to our involvement in taking over the direction of USA Basketball, history was basically picking an all-star team to represent the United States in a competition. And what we instituted was infrastructure by naming a national team. We would have a national team roster, and it would be a privilege to be a part of that. And from that roster, we would select a team to represent us in any competition. And of course, in the World Championships, in 2006, we had a roster. We had a number of changes for the Olympics in 2008. And so we're really excited about the depth of and caliber and quality that we have in our national team roster. So today's my pleasure to officially announce the addition of 4 more standouts. And it's headed by Sacramento Kings sensational guard Tyreek Evans, the 2010 NBA Rookie of the Year. We've also added from the list that was originally announced back in February, one of our players who wants to continue, although he will not participate this summer because of injuries, Tayshaun Prince, who was a very valuable piece of our team. during our Olympic run. He really made a contribution in so many different ways. Also, 2010 Rookie of the Year runner-up Stephon Curry, and Oklahoma City Thunder's outstanding forward Jeff Green, who's been involved with us with the select team, players that we've brought in to scrimmage against our roster of players. And so we expect that the roster we put together representing us in the World Championships this year will be a very, very competitive team, which means that the training camp here in July will be very, very competitive. Just a few things on that, and then I'm going to turn it over to Coach. Pat Christensen is here, who is the president of Las Vegas Events, longtime friend and partner. Hard to believe it's 5 years that we've been coming here for USA Basketball, and our plan is to continue because we've had such a great relationship. Players who, the 31-man roster, I just want to go over that for a moment. 28 of them have played for USA Basketball teams previously on some level. 10 members of the 2008 gold medalist team are on the roster. NBA MVPs from 08, 9, and 10, LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Dwight Howard, the Defensive Player of the Year the past 2 seasons. The past 3 Rookies of the Year, Tyreke Evans, Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant. And we have the entire coaching staff back to show what kind of commitment people have to this program. Coach K and Jimmy Boeheim, Mike D'Antoni, and Nate McMillan are all back. Bottom line is this: we had a great run through 2008, and now we start over again. We start with infrastructure, we start with people who have equity in our program, and regardless of who participates or doesn't this summer for various reasons, and we've been talking about this for months, health conditions, free agency, 1 or 2 getting married this summer, that may take some of them out. That does not diminish their involvement with us, their commitments to us, and the equity they have with us. So, again, we're looking forward to a terrific camp, and with that, I'm going to turn it over to Coach K, and one more time for a guy who has won it 4 times on an NCAA level, and then proceeds to win a gold medal. So he's had a pretty good run the last few years. Coach.
Thank you.